Hey guys, it is time. It is Mike Alleman and Michelle Alleman here. Do a quick few things here with you guys on getting started um, with a couple of things, but welcome to our team call. Couple of real, announcements tomorrow. Don't forget tomorrow at 10 a.m. we have the Fitz Group sales meeting going on. The hotspot, as we like to call it. And then next week, starting next week, we're going to move this meeting to an hour earlier to start at 7:30 instead of 8:30. Just get it a little bit earlier in and squeeze that in and get some things knocked out. So you'll see that in the announcements. Just pay attention because I know some of y'all are like religious about being here right on time. And I know that because whenever we don't have the meeting scheduled because we're out of town, somebody usually gets on. So 7:30, remember that. So we're here at Monday's Rock, and tonight we're going to have just a quick chat about what it was like and what are the things that we think that make a top producer happen. So we're going to talk a little bit about that tonight. Couple things coming up. So we're going to talk about your numbers here in a second. We're going to do some leaderboards here in a moment, and then we're going to talk about your numbers for the week, how you report that, and then we'll kind of dive in, welcome some new people to the call, new people to the team, and then we'll kind of dive into a few things. So hang in there with me for a second. Welcoming them to the team this week. Megan Hurd, where you at?
Hey, I'm here.
All right, this is the easy part. I'm gonna throw the name up. You say who they are and how we know them.
Yes. All right. So Jason is actually Director Randy Taylor. So he is on his team. I got a chance to talk with Jason today and get him trained a little bit. He's awesome. He's based out of San Antonio, and we're excited to have him a part of our team. And then Aaron Cantu, just spoke with him today, got him hired. He's getting rocking and rolling tomorrow. He'll be on sales meeting as well. And he is actually based out of San Antonio also. So we got lots of San Antonio, Texas people happening.
San Antonio on the rise. Watch out. It's coming. It's coming. Welcome, 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 you guys. Looking forward to some great numbers coming down the pipeline. Speaking of numbers, here's the numbers for the week, or actually month-to-date leaderboards for submit. I did it just on the submitted business and pending business right now. Still not quite where I wanted to be, but here you go. I got Michelle leading the pack with $62,000. That is amazing, Michelle. Did I tell you that? I don't think that number up at the top is right either. I think this is more than that. Jonathan and Megan Yakey. Jonathan with $7,000. Megan with $4,000. Brian Turner with $1,000. Katie Williams with $1,000. Randy Taylor with $715. Patsy Wright, you see her out there with $646. Asaki Speed with $312, and Jeff and Katura Adcock, I'm going to say it, it's a whopping $90, but it's numbers on the board, y'all. That's what I'm saying. It's some numbers on the board. All right. Issue pay numbers for the month so far. This is total for the month so far. The team has over $70,000 in submitted business right now. I mean, issue paid business. Megan Yakey coming in at the top with $23,000. Michelle Alleman tracing her down at $18,000. Now, if you combine Jonathan and Megan with Jonathan having $8,000 issued, they're up there at $31,000, right? Katie Williams at $7,000 coming in, and Randy Taylor at $3,000. Jeff and Katura at $3,000. Janae Preston, $2K. Malcolm Batts with $2,000. Winnie LaPointe with $947. Patsy Wright with $887. Asaki Speed with the devil number 666, but hey, it's money in the bank. That's what we call it. Mary Clark with $480, and Stephanie Prentice, $391. And my buddy Dylan out in Las Vegas, Nevada with $48. Way to go, team. Still got a lot of time left in this month. This is about numbers that are getting issued. So we're working with us, baby. We're getting better and stronger. All right.
Hey.
So, yeah.
Well, I just want to say something.
You say something.
Looks like we got a great crowd tonight. I'm excited to have y'all here. I'm excited to talk to y'all. Looking at the numbers on the leaderboard, and you guys know that Megan and Jonathan are people that you can call and talk to if you need help. Not every day is a good day for a sales agent, right? We have issues. So anyway, we're glad that you took the time and that you're here. We've got some new people. Hey, Aaron's iPad is here. Hey, Aaron. Hey, Aaron.
That's Aaron Cantu, I think.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew it wasn't your Aaron. All right. Welcome to the team, Aaron. I hadn't seen you here before, so glad you're here. Q is here tonight. Jay is here tonight. I'm excited about that. So back to you, Mike.
All right, guys. Well, what we want to do here before we jump into the topic for tonight is kind of go through what are your numbers. Each week, I know Morgan and Megan have been reaching out to everybody this week or today. Really hugely important that you get these numbers turned in. We do want to hear them on the call tonight. If you're on the call and you've got some numbers for the week, shout them out. If not, if you're going to, we do need you to put them into the ARC system, and, Megan or Morgan can show you how to do that. That way we kind of capture them. We can go backwards in time and kind of see what you're doing week over week over week and help coach you with what you're going to be, how to be more successful. So with that, these are the information that you need, okay, to report. How many dials? That means how many times that phone rang when you're trying to reach people. How many people you contacted, people that you talked to and said hello, and they said hello back. Not answer machines, don't fall for the fake ones, all right? But hello, and they said hello back. Then you set an appointment. So you got a time that you're going to be with them, all right? And then when you showed up at that time, that's what we call sits. You actually sat down with the client, talked to them about insurance, right? Now, when you're in the home, you're going to get referrals. Those are going to be the emergency response system or anything like that. So people that they know, people who may need insurance as well, those are your referrals. And then we talk about our app count. How many applications did we turn in? And then the AP, the annualized premium, how much total dollar value for annualized premium did we submit? And if you did annuities, we want to hear how much those were as well. So that's the categories of what we need to hear from you tonight. So who's got some numbers that you want to shout out? We're going to get this recorded as well. But speak up, and we'll go ahead and put this down here for now. So we can see all the Brady Bunch.
How's it going? Jonathan Yakey. Good to see you guys. This week I had 280 phone calls. I had 30 contacts, 16 appointments, 10 sits, 5 referrals, 9 life applications for $5,993 and 88 cents.
Boom. Excellent. Thank you, Johnny.
Hey, where's our clapping of the hands? Well, we don't have that, do they?
Nope. Sorry.
Great job, Johnny.
Hola.
Hola.
Jonathan, can you turn yours off? Thanks.
Echo.
Hey, y'all. My name's Megan Yakey. And this week, I made 213 dials, 23 contacts, 15 appointments, 8 sits, 10 referrals, 4 life apps for $2,591.64. Woohoo!
All right. Way to go, Megan. Hold on. I think I got it. There you go.
Hey, and just FYI, when we're doing numbers, y'all feel free to we'd love to see your faces on this meeting. So as long as you're dressed, then you can get on your video. That's cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
We'd like to see you.
Clothes are required.
We know your name. All right. Who else has got some numbers out there for us? I just thought I'd give some encouragement.
I have some numbers.
All right.
I had 98 dials. I had 15 contacts. 10 appointments. 7 sits for 5 applications for $12,989.28. And I got 4 referrals.
Sweet. I like it. I like it a lot. Q has some clapping going on. He's figured out how to do that part. I like it. Everybody give a hand. There you go. All right, guys. Well, if you got some numbers and you maybe you're having a hard time unmuting your phone, just let me know. We'll jump back into that. But just kind of give you an idea. So my beautiful bride, Michelle Alleman here, we've been doing this thing for 13 years. And in that 13-year time frame, actually longer if you go back to when we first got licensed. But in that 13-year time frame, there's a lot of things that we picked up along the way. And we were talking to the Fitz Group's team meeting last night. And one of the topics was, what was that one thing that really makes a top performer? What is that difference? What does that mean? And so we got to talking about that, and we want to kind of revisit that with you guys because it was such a powerful thought there of what we were doing. So I wanted to give that to Michelle. If you don't mind, I'm going to pass it back over to you here for a little bit and light them up a little bit on it.
All right. Thank you, Mike. So what's the one thing that helps make a top producer a top producer? That's kind of a hard question, but if you had to boil it down to one thing, what's the one thing that I do? I think it's the commitment that I have, and that what we want you to be able to do is to serve your clients. And that commitment to service to the client is huge, because sometimes I'll wake up, like for example, just now today I had an appointment. And I had an appointment on my calendar at like 1 o'clock today, and I did not make notes on who this person was. And it finally came to me just a few minutes ago. Yeah, it was a referral from last week. And we spoke last week, and actually she had texted me earlier today saying that she was going to need to reschedule it. But, it's just always going on in my brain, what's going on with this customer, what's going on with that customer. But it's to the point of, are you committed to do the little things? Are you committed to call your customer or text them when their policy gets issued and ask? And this can apply to a brand new agent, but it's also good. It applies to all of our agents that have been with us for a long time, because taking that 10 extra minutes a day to text your clients on their birthday, and even if it's on a weekend, do you take the time to do those types of things? I know that I did that on Sunday, and I set 3 appointments for today. So ask me how. We'll talk more about in detail what is the actual text, but we make it easy. It doesn't take me more than 10 minutes. I probably have 10 to 20 clients every day that have a birthday. So it's an easy thing to do. How about thinking about that commitment to being practiced in your business? So we talk about, as a new agent, we talk about, and one of the things I always say to my new agents going in a home is, I want you to know the presentation. I want you to practice it 50 times at home, in front of your mirror, in front of somebody that you love, in front of your family. And I want you to understand what the topics are that you need to speak about, because I don't want you reading from the book. Okay? Because if you're reading from the book, you're not paying attention to your client. And when you're not paying attention or being able to really listen to their needs, they know it. So it's hard to build a connection with someone when you're not paying attention to their need. So I tell my new agents, please relax. Don't feel like you need to know everything, but just do learn the presentation and we'll help you with the rest. We talk about the phone script, you know, for an example. What type of commitment do you have to your clients? And it goes back to phone script. How does that tie in? Well, phone script is kind of like, you know, that song that you just know and you sing it around the house, you sing it in the shower. That's exactly how your phone script needs to be. You need to know it so well that you need to just rattle it off. You need to become good, be a student of that business where you can rattle off and deal with objections. And so we like to say, just know that phone script like you know that song that you love. Be practiced in your business, but don't stop the action of going out on appointments. Doing things like, you know, I'll wake up in the morning thinking about my customers. When I get leads, it's something that I know that these people are waiting. I know that these people have asked for coverage, and I feel responsible to disposition all of my leads. And, you know, leads are a big part of the business. Having said that, you know, we want, as far as, you know, me in the business, I was always heavily investing in leads because I knew that drove my business. I knew that drove my sales, and it got me up every morning, and it motivated me to go to work because I had a big stack of leads, and I knew I had a lead bill at the end of the week that I had to pay for. So actually it was a really good pressure that was always on me because it was on a pressure to perform. It was a pressure to get results. But I think the underlying commitment was just to serve my customers. And whether it's calling them after the sale is made, whether it's making sure that I'm getting the referrals, it's asking for the referrals, it's making sure that I get that emergency form back from my customers before I leave the house or before I finish that sale. It's all of those things, you know, going into one. What about annual reviews? What about that commitment to staying in touch with your clients? You know, I had a call today, and I think I told everybody at the office, but I'll tell you guys. And it was somebody that wasn't in my phone. I didn't have his number saved. It was a customer back from 2009, and his name is Bobby. He said, I just wanted to call you, Michelle, because, you know, I got a birthday card for my wife. We got a birthday card for my wife, and she passed away about 3 years ago. I said, I am so sorry, Bobby. We didn't have it in the files. He said, but you know what? And I started trying to verify his address and everything. The address was wrong in the system. The phone number was different. But yet he called me. He said, I don't know how the card got to my new address, but it did. Somebody in your office knows what they're doing. I said, I guess so. Anyway, I went on to find out that he didn't have any of these policies anymore. They had lapsed in 2014, and she died in 2018. Long story short, I asked him, what kind of coverage did he have today? And so he has a policy, but it's about to expire. And so right on the spot, I sold him another policy, $120 a month. So, and that was from some people might say, well, oh my gosh, you sent a card to somebody who died. That's a way to stay in touch. And the husband was still living. So that resulted in a sale. So just staying in touch with people will result in sales. I know Mike has some thoughts on here, so I'm going to turn it back over. Do you have some thoughts on this?
Well, I think a couple of points that I think are huge is, you need to, you touched on it earlier about practicing. And I think for everybody, it's important that, you just recognize that it's a game that you're going into. It's a championship game. The stands are loaded. You don't want to be the first time that you're doing the play to be you're out there in the field. Or I put it last night, like nobody wants to pay $400 a seat for a Broadway musical to show up and everybody's got pieces of paper in their hand, literally reading the words. It has to be a part of them. And so, be practiced, but the thing is that you're never going to get the real true experience until you're on the stage and in the appointment and getting that done. In other words, you need to be practiced going to be able to go into the appointments, but don't be so practiced that you can't go into the appointments, if you know what I mean. Like you were now worried you're going to forget a line or you're going to mess it up. No, you just need to make it, like you know it. So I think that's a huge piece of it. And like Michelle said about, the scripts and all that, for everybody that's new, we got you, man. We know that you're in there and it's your first time, or maybe you've had some rough, people were throwing you off, with some rebuttals, like I already got it and stuff like that. You have to know the rest of the script or pieces of that, how it works well enough so that you can hear them when they throw those things at you and be like in the Matrix and to kind of deflect it. It's, we say it all the time, that if somebody says, well, I already got that covered, perfect, that makes my job that much easier. It don't matter what they say. If you can just say perfect, and that makes my job much easier, and be practiced in that and how you say it. You don't want to say like, oh, perfect. That's going to make my job that much easier. It's got to flow, man. It's got to flow like your favorite song, right? Perfect. That's going to make my job a lot easier when you guys get home. There's a lot of things about this business which comes a lot easier to you. Your nerves come down if you've been rehearsing it. So get up in the morning, practice your hello, Bob. Hey, this is Mike. I'm the guy from the Mortgage Protection Center, the Senior Benefits Center. All those things that come to play in the script should be flowing off. So before when you get out of bed to when you brush your teeth, before you get to the kitchen for your first cup of coffee or whatever, can you say that script like 10 times? Can you walk through it 10 times? Can you place copies of it everywhere as you go until the point where you just like, you get to the spot, you got it down so good, you just take that piece of paper and, and you do this with it. You just take it and you crunch it up and throw it away because you got it, and keep doing that till you got it. You got it. That's how new people get going. But I'm going to tell you this, it's also the same thing that you have to do when you come back from a long weekend, a vacation. You got to get back in the groove, baby. And you got to make enough of those things good through your head that it's smooth. So, and having watched Michelle over the last 13 years, and, some of y'all may not know, but, for a significant number of the time, Michelle's been either the top producer in the country or one of the top producers in the country personally, not for our team alone. And people always go, well, what does she do? How does she do it? And like she said, I just know from the time she wakes up to the time she goes to sleep, she's committed to serving the people that she's been entrusted with, Now, she's talking about her birthday text and all that. And you go like, well, we don't have any clients in there that have birthdays. Hey, here's a great idea. All your friends and family, one thing I know, they all have birthdays too, or you get on Facebook, somebody's birthday, hey, birthday, hey, whatever, and you could literally almost send them that same text that Michelle's got, and she'll put it out there somewhere, that says, hey, happy birthday, by the way, and think about that. Like if you just open that door and say, hey, buddy, been missing you. Give me a holler, or something, so that you can talk to them for a second, congratulate them for making another year, right? And then ask them, do they have this coverage? How are they doing? Same thing as if it was an annual review. You could do an annual review on your friends and family. How about that? All the people you went to high school with, college with, people you used to work with, that the people that you like. Leave the ones you don't like. Now you should help them too, right? But you know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be limited to what is in the arc as to what you do. We can expand that to the people that you know. That just hit me just a little bit ago, Michelle, when you were talking about it. I'm thinking, brand new person is going to argue with you about why they can't do that. Why they can't do an annual review. Think about your friends that you haven't seen. Think about family. Think about coworkers. All that comes into play when you're getting started. And I'll tell you this, I know, and Michelle and Jonathan and Megan, it is a lot easier talking to somebody about this, because they know you and you're going to be more relaxed. But at the same time, you got your favorite song playing up here. Hello. Is this Mary? Hey, Mary. It's Mike. You just got to be playing a song. You got to be doing it over and over again. So that's what the commitment's about, and the last thing I'll say about it is that the reason you get up every day, whether you've gotten leads or you've got, clients, and you got to be thinking about them, is because I know each and every one of you guys care enough that you don't want to be the person who got there too late, right? Or certainly without having tried, right? So you want to be ahead of the game. It's going to happen in your career with us. It will happen that you will have that day when you make the phone call and the person passed away last week, last month, or the day before, because sometimes people send in these names when it's really too late. But that's also a great opportunity to talk about the people that are still with us, about what coverage you can put in place so it's not as devastating as it is for the friends and family there. Anyway, that's what I got, Michelle. You got anything else you want to throw in here while I'm sitting at the beach? Maybe.
When you were talking about the practice, there was something that I was thinking about. Is just, it is just like being out on the stands, doing a show. Whenever you're in front of your customer, you want to be relaxed, but you have to have a certain amount of pressure that says, how I must find a way to help these people. How must I help them? These folks have a sign on their head that says, please help me. How can I help them today? And so if you're not sure, that's where you're supposed to pick up that phone every day and call us. And we've got more new products coming, 3 more new products that just came out, and we're rolling them out as fast as we can. And these are things that are going to be able to help your customers. So, do they have cancer insurance? Do they have hospital indemnity? Do they have accidental? Do they have their grandchildren covered? How about their great grandchildren? How about their children? Everyone has family. Everyone knows someone. And just think about it from that perspective. If you can get in there and help serve your customer, and you do it the right way, you answer their phone calls, you help them, then you're gonna get more referrals and you'll make more money. So
That's right. And don't forget, don't Costco them. You know what I mean? Don't stack it all on them and make it look like you have to walk out of there with everything. One thing at a time, just like, but no, that's the beautiful part. You got one client with one product, you got all these different products that you can keep adding on each time you talk to them. Can I get an upgrade? Can I get some add-on? What can I get new? What can I get extra? What's going to help me protect more? No one's going to be upset if something happens and the family or themselves got a check. Y'all understand that? Nobody's going to be upset. I know none of us sent back the money to the government when they gave it to us. Ain't nobody going to be upset if you got money. In fact, we're all waiting for that next upgrade from the government. I'm looking forward to it. I got some things I can do with it, so think about that. It's a lifetime relationship. You're going to be dripping on them each and every time you talk to them about what you can do next. And like Michelle said, we're going to tell you to start here, just start with this product and that product. That's the only two you need to know right now. But just know that we have a wealth of things we can open the doors to as you graduate and keep on getting, more and more business and more opportunity. And you'll learn to tune your ears up when they start saying things about what's happening in their family, what's happening in their lives, what's happening in their friends' lives, because we all know somebody who's been in the hospital. We all know somebody who's had cancer. We all know somebody that's passed away. Somewheres in our sphere of influence, we have all that. And we got something that can take care of just about everything. All right. Michelle, any closing comments? Because we're going to get on down the road because we got some stuff to do early in the morning. That's right.
Anybody have one good thing to say about their week?
I had
Yeah.
my para appointment today.
Yay. You had how many?
Just one today.
How'd it go?
It went well. I got to follow up with her on Thursday.
Good. What did you uncover?
That she's 51 and doesn't have any retirement. She's got about 200 a month, so we'll figure out what we can do. I've got some stuff to already do for her, but she had lost. The interesting story is that she had lost her son a few years ago, and she did have retirement, but she had to cash it in to bury him. So she understands now the value of the life insurance. So we're going to look at that too.
You're going to get her some life insurance also. Good.
Yeah.
Yay. Good job, Katie.
Thanks.
I had something that I learned.
What'd you learn?
I had an appointment that it was somebody that I've been trying to go sit with these people for like 2 months and actively, but someone got in front of them before I did. And so I just said, perfect, no problem. That makes my job a whole lot easier. Just make sure to have those policies out when I get there, and I'll be sure to review them for you to make sure to make sure they put the best program available to you in force for your guys. And so I got over there, and the guy actually did a really great job. I actually learned a new strategy based off of what he did. So I didn't replace the business because it was he did the right thing for them, but I learned something new.
What'd you learn? Are you going to tell us, or?
Sure, I guess, yeah, if you'd like to know. It was a lead that it was a couple that was in their early 50s. They had just bought a home. It was a $250,000 mortgage, and they were both smokers. And so if anybody has been running quotes long enough, you know that premium is going to be pretty expensive based on the fact that they're in their 50s, $250,000 loan, and they're both smokers. So what he did was he put a $250,000 Mutual of Omaha accidental in place for them so that majority of the loan would be covered in the case of an accident, but he also wrote them a Mutual of Omaha Term Life Express product, a $25,000 term, so that if something did happen naturally, that they would have at least 1 year of the mortgage payments covered. So I know we do a lot of mortgage payment protection for our older folks, but I've never really showed a couple in that scenario, that option, layering the accident with just 1 year of mortgage payment protection for somebody who has a higher mortgage amount but smokes. So
That's a very good option.
It was, because it was like $160 a month total, and they felt totally protected and totally, comfortable with that payment. It wasn't $500 a month completely out of their budget, you know, because sometimes us as agents, we make the mistake of overselling and not just providing, you know, the value and making it meet the budget. So I thought that was a creative way to do it, and I'm definitely going to use that in the future.
Great idea, Megan. Thank you for
So
sharing.
if you're not making a sale, try to learn something from the situation, because that only makes you a better agent when you come across other situations in the future.
Right. Instead of getting mad at the agent who made the sale before you, just be glad that you learned a new skill. You know, that's awesome.
Yep.
Hey, Stephanie. Anybody else learn something this week or have something that they'd love to share about their week?
I'll share something. Brian, how you guys doing?
I'm good.
That's good. Well, I'm trying to find my picture here. Can't get my picture. Oh, there you go. Let me see. What is it? Foresters. I learned about the if two parents die and the child is left with a guardian, that foresters will give them $900 per child per month. And I thought that was fantastic. And I've been telling my clients that. I think that Foresters is a good product. And I learned a little bit about the strong foundation for the mortgage protection. I thought it was like a term policy. But when I spoke with Katie yesterday, when I was trying to get a client of mine for mortgage protection, she texted me and she said it's the strong foundation. So yeah, I learned that, and I think that's very helpful. And I'm still waiting on. I'm looking to talk to him again, probably tomorrow or Wednesday. So yeah.
We love Foresters with all of their
Yeah.
member benefits.
Mm-hmm.
And I would just encourage all of you to listen to the Foresters training.
Right.
If you cannot reach me and you want to know about Foresters, just call the Foresters sales desk. They are so helpful, and they have so many customer reps on the lines during the day. They'll do quotes for you. They'll help you all kinds of ways. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we're definitely your first line of contact, but they're very helpful.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So that's what I learned.
Hey, and Brian, it's Stephanie. I've been super busy, but if you still need me, I'll do my best to be there for you.
How's your little baby doing?
She's okay.
Okay. I was trying to get hooked up with the HMA. I don't know how to get back into that, but
Yeah. So
I'll call you on
reach out
that.
to Mike and Michelle though for that right now.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah. Or you just call corporate, but you know what? We're all here for you.
Yeah.
And this is what the team's about, okay?
Ma'am, I got you.
All right. Good job out there.
Oh, all right.
All right.
Thank you, Stephanie, and I'm glad that baby Halsey is doing better. Baby Halsey was having major open heart surgery a couple of days ago, so we're all praying that she's getting through it. So, well, if no one else has anything else to share, I would love to turn this back over to Mike.
All right, guys. Hey, don't forget tomorrow, 10 o'clock, the Fitz group. Be sure to check it all out on the 411 channel on the Slack there. If you're not on Slack, make sure you get on there. And we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Numbers are going to be big, so come on in and let's get ready to celebrate our team. Talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.